How's it going, guys? This is the Big E coming to you live with a second tip video for NBA 2K14 My Career on the Xbox One, obviously next gen gaming. And as you guys can see, the difficulty I set it at is All-Star. I believe that is the most realistic difficulty in the entire game, not a difficulty up or down, just due to the fact that players are able to make realistic shots and aren't able to make unrealistic shots, of course, and the fact that the score isn't run up too far on either end, being your end as a player or the computer's end as an opposition. Quarter length, 8 minutes. I messed around with the quarter length a few times when I first started playing. I started at 12, but the score at the end of the games was around 150 and 140, sometimes 60 points as a team. So obviously that isn't realistic. I went to 10 and then 9 and finally 8. 8 is the most realistic by far when it comes to terms of final score between teams. The highest you'll get is 120, which is pretty adequate when it comes to real life scoring. Everything else wise, I haven't changed anything else, as you guys can see here on the game settings, so nothing too important there. Coach settings, when it comes to coach settings, I highly recommend that the offensive play calling is auto, not manual. Therefore, your teammates will move more realistically throughout the court and play through you more realistically as well. It took me a while to catch on to this, but once you go through about 20 or 30 My Career games, you'll know just about every movement your teammates will make unless you have this offensive play calling on auto. Furthermore, controller settings, I have the vibration on, of course, the Pro Stick. Actually, that should be ISO motion shots. I highly recommend the ISO motion shots for your Pro Stick. That gives you more dribbling abilities, obviously different types of shots, fadeaways, pull-ups, all these dribble moves you can do that you can see in the manual, of course. Passing icons, always leave that on no matter what. Who to guard, always leave that on too, because especially in this game, because of the fact that the computer switches with you on defense all the time. Your teammates will switch with you on defense even when it is not necessary. So who to guard, I always recommend that to be on. And same with Intense D for automatic shot contest. I recommend to leave that on as well, because anything else will just make it a lot easier for your opposition to score, of course. For more tips, I recommend that you go to a team other than one that drafted you, of course, being most likely that it is going to be a not very successful team. Teams to go to, my top teams to go to are the LA Clippers, the Houston Rockets, like I am on right now, and somewhat the Miami Heat, but not as much as you guys may think, because of course the vast majority of my careers made nowadays are wingmen and scoring savvy wingmen, of course, and obviously Miami doesn't need that, so that's why that they are not at the top of my list, and that's why the Clippers are, because yes, they do have shooters and players like Jamal Crawford, but they don't have an offensively dominant wingman like most people create nowadays. As for the park actually hasn't been working too well on the Xbox One for some reason. Anytime I've tried to get it on it, so I haven't been able to explore that much so far. As for player upgrades, I will get to that next video, so make sure to subscribe and leave a like for me, and stay tuned to my videos throughout the week, and from here on out, of course, of NBA, 2K, and other games such as Titanfall, Call of Duty, and eventually Watch Dogs, and Halo, and Minecraft. Thank you again.